Good evening, America. I would like to announce on this Thursday evening, afternoon actually, and a continuation of my Reality Bites 2 script. Let's start at the scene at the bar. Troy is up on stage playing some songs with his band, and Michael is having some drinks with Vicky and Leilana. Troy finishes the set and begins talking to Michael, Leilana, and Vicky. My version of this scene is a rewrite, embellished by me to reflect my romantic and narcissistic desires. Excuse me, Leilana, what is Michael doing here? He decided to drop in. I said, Michael, I'm here to fly Leilana and I to New York City. I edited her documentary, and I would like to premiere it at different theaters there. I didn't agree to that. I thought that after you saw what I did with your documentary, you most certainly would be interested in going with me to New York City to give people an opportunity to see what a wonderful filmmaker you are. I don't like what you have done with it at all. You edited out all the parts that are supposed to show the dramatic arc of my happiness, sadness, inner searchings, yearnings, life goals, romantic longings, and philosophical ruminations, and sensationalize it to make it marketable to Philistines. When the checks start coming in, you'll be more than happy with my product, I'm sure. My artistic integrity is the most valuable commodity there is. I'm going to be able to succeed with this eventually. You stick with me, I can guarantee you instant success. I'm looking for artistic success. If I can achieve that, the money will follow. What about me? Go with me and you'll travel the world with my rock band. So far, you have only toured the local coffee houses. All of a sudden, a former lover of Leilana shows up at the front door to speak to them. His name is Mike Meyer, and he's come to try to get their romance started again. Hi, Leilana. Mike? I don't believe my eyes. You didn't think I forgot about you, do you? I haven't forgotten about you. So how have you been? Who is this guy? Oh, pardon me, Troy. This is Mike. We go way back. What do you do, Mike? I'm in a rock band and I run a theater company. This evening, we're going to be putting in a performance of William Shakespeare plays. Would you like to come? Sure, I would. I would like to tell you people something else that is very interesting. You people are archetypal characters in a script. The real life characters who portray you can be visited if you come with me. Really? Yes, it's a fact. In real life, my character is being played by a guy named, who also has the name Mike Meyer. The Leilana Pierce character is being played by Winona Ryder. In real life, Mike Meyer is very close to realizing his dream of meeting Winona Ryder, the woman he feels that he has preordained to consummate his love with. The consummation of his love would confer immortality to both of them. True love has that power. Let's go see the play tonight. Are you people with me on it? Everybody nods their approval and they go to see the performance. Here's an excerpt from it. Okay, now I got to get out my William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare. Okay, let's go to Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. Scene 6, Elsinore, the castle. Enter Horatio with an attendant. What are they that they would speak with me? Seafaring men, sir. They say they have letters for you. Let them come in. Exit attendant. I do not know from what part of the world I should be greeted, if not from Hamlet. Enter sailors. God bless you, sir. Let him bless thee too. I shall, sir. Please him. There's a letter for you, sir. It came from the ambassador that was bound for England. If your name be Horatio, as I am to let know it is, Horatio, when thou shalt have overlooked this, give these fellows some means to the king. They have letters for him. Ere we were 2 days old at sea, a pirate of very warlike appointment gave us chase. Finding ourselves too slow of sail, we put on a compelled valor, and in the grapple I boarded them. On the instant, they got clear of our ship, so I alone became their prisoner. They have dealt with me like thieves of mercy, but they knew that what they did. I am too good more to let the king have the letters I have sent, and repair thou to with. Okay, at scene 7, Elsinore, the castle. Enter King and Laertes, or whatever. Now must your conscience my acquaintance seal, and you must put me in your heart for friend. Sith you have heard, and with a knowing ear, that he which hath your noble father slain pursued my life. It well appears, but tell me, why you proceeded not against these feats, so crimeful and so capital in nature, as by your safety, wisdom, all things else, you mainly were stirred up. Oh, for 2 special reasons, which may to you perhaps seem much insinued, but yet to me they are strong. The queen, his mother, live almost by his looks, and for myself, my virtue or my plague, be it either which, she is so conjunctive to my life and soul that as a star moves not but in his sphere, I could not but by her. The other motive, which why to a public count I might not go, is the great love the general gender bear him, who dipping all his faults in their affection, work like the spring that turneth wood to stone, convert his gyves to graces, so that my arrows, too slightly tempered for so loud a wind, would have received my bow again, but not where I have aimed them. Okay, that was a sample of Hamlet. I'm going to go to Romeo and Juliet now. Scene 2, Capulet's Orchard. Enter Romeo. He jests at scars that never felt a wound. Enter Juliet above a window. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief. That thou, her maid, art more fair than she? Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green. And none but fools do wear it, cast it off. It is my lady, oh, it is my love, oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses, I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks, two of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business to entreat her eyes, to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there? Are they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars, as daylight doth a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would through the airy region stream so bright, that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek. Ay me, she speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel. For thou art as glorious to this night, being over my head, as a winged messenger of heaven, under the white upturned wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him. When he bestrides the lazy pacing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air. O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or if thou wilt not, be but sworn, and I'll no longer be a Capulet. Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this? 'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's a Montague? It's nor hand nor foot, nor arm nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were not Romeo called. Return that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for thy name, which is no part of thee, take on I take thee at thy word, call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo. What man art thou, thus bescreened in night, so stumblest on my counsel? By a name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the words. My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of thy tongue's uttering, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague? Neither fair maid, if either thee dislike. How canst thou hither tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art. If any of my kinsmen find thee here, with love's light wings did I overperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out. And what love can do, that dares love attempt, therefore thy kinsmen are no stop to me. If they do see thee, they will murder thee. Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity. I would not for the world they saw thee here. I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes. And but thou lovely, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued wanting of thy love. By whose direction foundst thou out this place? By love that first did prompt me to inquire. He let me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet were thou as far as that vast shore was with the farthest sea, I should venture for such merchandise. Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush bepaint my cheek. For that which thou hast heard me speak tonight, fain would I dwell on form, fain did I would have spoke, but farewell compliment. I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word. Yet, if thou swearest, thou mayst prove false. At lovers' perjuries, they say Jove laughs. Oh, gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or, if thou thinkst I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse, and they'll say nay. Thou wilt woo. But else not for the world, in truth, fair Montague, am too fond. And therefore, thou mayest think my behavior light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more cunning to be strange. I should have been more strange. I must confess. But that thou overheardst, ere I was where, my true love's passion, therefore pardon me, and not impute this yielding to light love, which the dark night hath so discovered. Lady, by yonder blessed moon I vow, that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops. Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconsistent moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable. What shall I swear by? Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by the gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee. My heart's dear love, well, do not swear, Although I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which doth cease to be. Ere one could say it light and sweet good night. This but a love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night, and sweet repose and rest. Come to thy heart as that within my breast. Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied? What satisfaction canst thou have tonight? The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine. I gave thee mine before thou did request it, and yet I would it were to give again. Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what reason? Well, for what purpose, love? But to be frank, and give it thee again. And yet I wish for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea. My love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have. For both are infinite. Nurse calls within. I hear some noise within. Dear love adieu. Anon, good nurse, sweet Montake, be true. Stay but a little. Oh, blessed night. I am afraid. Being in night, all this is but a dream. Too flattering sweet to be substantial. Re-enter Juliet above. 3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me a word tomorrow, by one that I'll procure to come to thee. Where and what time wilt thou perform the rite? Madam, by and by I go, to cease thy suit, and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow I will, I said. So thrive, my soul. A thousand times good night. A thousand times the worst to want at light. Love goes towards love as schoolgirls from their books, but love from love towards school with heavy looks. Re-enter Juliet above. Hissed, Romeo, hissed. Oh, for a Faulkner's voice to lure this tassel's gentle back again. Bondage is hoarse and may not speak aloud, else would I tear the cave where echo lies, and make her airy tongue more hoarse than mine, with repetition of Romeo's name. Romeo, it is my soul that calls upon my name. How silver sweet sound lovers' tongues by night, like softest music to attending ears. Romeo, my dear, at what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee? By the hour of 9. I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I forgot why I did call thee back. Let me stand here till thou remember it. I shall forget to have thee still stand there, remembering how I love thy company. And I'll still stay, to have thee still forget, forgetting any other home but this. 'Tis almost morning, I would have thee gone, and yet no farther than a wanton's bird that lets it hop a little from her hand. Like a poor prisoner in his twisted gyves, and with a silk thread plucks it back again, so loving jealous of his liberty. I would I were thy bird. Sweet, so would I, yet I should kill thee with much cherishing. Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sour that I shall say good night till it be my own. Sleep dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breasts. Would I were sleep in peace, so sweet to rest. Hence will I to my ghostly father's cell his help to crave and my dear hap to tell. Mm. Where the fuck? Okay. Wait a minute. That was all the dialogue between Romeo and Juliet? Maybe. What news? What is the prince's doom? What sorrow craves acquaintance at my hand that I yet know not? Too familiar. Our company. I mean, the prince's doom. What less than doomsday is the prince's doom? A gentle judgment vanished from his lips. Nobody's death, but body's banishment. Banishment. Be merciful, say death. For exile hath more terror in his look, much more than death. Do not say banishment. Here from Verona thou art banished. Be patient. The world is broad and wide. There is no world without Verona walls. But purgatory, torture, hell itself. Hence banished is banished from the world. And world's exile is death. Then banished is death mistermed. Calling death banished, thou cutt'st my head off with a golden axe, and smiles upon the stroke that murders me. O deadly sin, O rude unthankfulness! Thy fault our law calls death, but the kind prince, taking thy part, hath rushed aside the law, and turned the black word death to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou sees it not. 'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives. And every cat and dog and little mouse and every unworthy thing live here in heaven and may look on her, but Romeo may not. More validity, more honorable state, more courtship lives in carrion flies than Romeo. They may seize on the white wonder of dear Juliet's hand and steal immortal blessing from her lips. Who even in pure and vestal modesty still blush, is thinking their own kisses sin. But Romeo may not, he is banished. This may flies do, and when I from this must fly, they are free men, but I am banished. And sayest thou yet the exile is not death? Hast thou no poison mixed, no sharp ground knife, no sudden mean of death, though ne'er so me, but banished to kill me, banished? Oh, for the damned use that word in hell, howling attends it. How hast thou the heart, being a divine ghostly confessor, a sin absolver, my friend professor, to mangle me with that word banished? Thou found mad man, hear me a little speak. Oh, thou wilt speak again of banishment? I'll give thee armor to keep off that word, adversity's sweet milk, philosophy, to comfort thee, though thou art banished. Yet banished, hang up philosophy, unless philosophy can make a Juliet. To Spain a town, reverse a prince's doom, it helps not, it prevails not. Talk no more. Okay, so that was a sample of Romeo and Juliet. Go back to the Reality Bites script. Okay. They thoroughly enjoyed the William Shakespeare performances that evening and gathered in front of the theater known as the Mystic Woods Theater to discuss the play that they had just seen. Mike walks up to Leilana to talk to her about it. So, Leilana, how did you like it? I thought it was spectacular. In particular, I enjoyed the Romeo and Juliet performance so much. I agree. It's amazing to see how they spoke in that era. The sophistication of their social interaction was incredible. To actually speak to each other in poetic phrases, a person would have to be acutely brilliant to, I would think, to always have a statement ready and a response ready in a poetic form. How about it? To have poetry flowing out of you so easily seems so impressive. Do you have any favorite line that was spoken in the play? I like when Juliet starts to say that she is tempted to take back the love that she has given to Romeo. I like that too. The implication is that when love is taken back from a person and then given to them back again, it is such a sublimely and gloriously numinous and pleasurable feeling to get the love that you lost back. It's like she took it away just so they could both feel the pleasure to rediscover each other. That's the genius of William Shakespeare. He understands the human psyche. Mike, it is so nice to be with a person who you can have a profound conversation with. You love rock and roll too. I'm so glad you returned to me. Yeah, it's so cool, Ilana. We both love the same kind of music. We both love literature that was written centuries ago. Our love is immortal and crosses the boundaries of time. Boundaries that for us are only gateways into new corridors of enlightenment to explore. Would you like to stay for the encore presentation? Definitely. This is so wonderful. Mike and Leilana stayed for the encore presentation of the rest of the people at home. Here's an excerpt from it. Okay, so it's some more Shakespeare. Okay. Oh, how about, I don't know. The Taming of the Shrew? Okay. Good sister. Scene one, Padua, Baptista's house. Enter Katharina and Bianca. Wrong me not, nor wrong yourself. Oh, no, I don't want to read that dialogue. Okay, so that was a little bit of the Taming of the Shrew. Let's do another. Let's see. What else we got? How about how about one I haven't done before, or I don't know. Um, I don't know. Hmm. Timon of Athens. Okay. Which okay, that sounds good. But Act 4. Without the walls of Athens, enter Timon. Let me look back upon thee, or thou wall that girdles in those wolves. Dive in the earth. And fence not Athens, matrons turn incontinent. Pluck the brave wrinkled senate from the bench, and minister in their steads. The general fills convert all the instant green virginity, but to the okay, that was enough. That was okay. I don't just keep okay. See, go back to the you can go back to the Reality Bite script. Where is it? Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I gotta write some new stuff for this. Okay. Oh, oh, here we go. Here's where I left off. Mike and Leilani thoroughly enjoyed the encore presentation of William Shakespeare plays and went back to Mike's condominium in San Francisco. His condominium is a beautiful building architecturally with its ornate windows that overlook the Bay Bridge. Mike looks at Leilana's brown eyes and speaks to her. Is this not a lovely view of the Bay Bridge, Winona? Leilana? That it is, Mike. I look out the window at night and remember some of the great nights we spent together under the Bay Bridge, embracing each other, staring into each other's eyes as we felt the union of our souls. The love that we felt for each other was something that was communicated to each other with our eyes. And something that we both felt was innate to our being. Those were enchanting nights, Mike. I want that back, Leilana. That feeling of being so profoundly in love. I'm stuck in Texas, Mike. You are not stuck in Texas, Leilana. Move to San Francisco. How do you propose I do that? How would you like to be an actress in my productions of William Shakespeare plays? I don't have any experience acting. I think you would be great if you tried it out. You could practice with me tonight in my condominium. I would have to leave some friends behind. Life is full of compromises, Leilana. I think you would make a lot of new friends in San Francisco. I'll have to think it over. It's a big life decision. Leilana finds a box in Mike's condominium with pictures of them by the Bay Bridge when they are in their 20s. Oh, Mike. You have some great pictures of us from the past. What great memories these are. We look so young. Look at how happy we look, Leilana. San Francisco is such a place for romance. Maybe I will move back here, Mike, but I'll try acting, I also want to continue my career as a documentarian. You'll be able to. Okay, let's do some acting. I'm ready. Yeah, let's. That great feeling is I have is coming back to me. I'm so glad you came back into my life. Mike and Leilana performed some dialogue from Romeo and Juliet. Here it is. Oh, but I already did Romeo and Juliet. Well, let's see if there's anything more in here. Well, Romeo and Juliet. Okay, so I don't have to do that because I already did that. Okay, so let's start up another thing. So,